Hey guys, I'm going to do some metal stamping today. So it's not something I've done a lot of. I've been trying to keep like all the things that I find that I can use for it together. But I want to do more of it. This is kind of my plan for the craft fairs this year, if we're allowed to do them. And yeah, so I've got all my different pieces. I actually got rid of a lot of my jewelry making stuff, but I kept like the nicer stuff I thought I could use with this. So like earring pieces. Got like different colored rings and sizes. That kind of stuff. This I've been keeping charms in. Trying to kind of sort them because I'd like to be able to do custom stuff at the craft fairs, and this way people can dig through them. And I also have a whole bag here. Most of these were given to me by someone who just realized she's not going to do any kind of jewelry stuff. Got some pieces of sea glass. But yeah, this is something I really want to do for craft fairs because, one, it's small. It's something that would be easy for me to bring with me and also bring places, like if we go camping or something. And then this is all beads that I did keep. Basically anything that was nice. So I have turquoise. I don't know what that is. Some kind of jasper, hematite, glass beads, pearls, lava. That's some lava rock I bought. So that's beads. Also, it's something I don't think a lot of the other people at the craft fairs would want to do because it's kind of an expensive startup. Like, this was the first thing I bought years ago. It's the Bridget set. And I think I had like a 60% off coupon, and that's why I bought it, because it was like 30 bucks for this. And they're just, I think they're steel. Just a set of the letters. Very, very heavy. There's actually a couple of these that I've been looking at online individually. There's one in the shape of Maine, and also a deer one that I'd like to get. And they're like, individual stamps run from like 8 to 20 bucks each. So I have that set. Oh, I thought I had another bag. Tons more charms. So that's why I thought I'd sort them, because those are all mixed up. Oh yeah. Okay, so this one I bought a long, long time ago, right? Impress Art, same brand. This one I bought more recently. They don't come with covers anymore. Like, the case is obviously made for a cover, and there's no cover on them. None of them. Unless you buy like the $50 set where they're all spaced out and it's like the same thing. But, funny story on this, right? So this is a set of numbers. And I was waiting in line looking at this, and I'm like, there's only 9 digits. If it includes 1 through 9 and 0, how are there only 9 digits? And I was so ticked off, but I had a present I was making for somebody, and I needed the numbers. I'm like, what the heck? Who would do this? Who? And I was waiting in line, I was all ticked off, and I was sitting there, and I realized that you have the 9 is also the 6. I felt pretty dumb, but I laughed at myself. So, even though there's only 9, it comes with all the numbers. And no cover. That I'm still mad about. A fine tip Sharpie, because you can get the specific ones that you, basically after you stamp, you color in with these pens and then wipe off the extra, and it fills them in. And I checked yesterday, it was a set of 4. So it was like black, copper, gold, and silver. It was $20-something. But almost everything I can find online says you can just use Sharpies too. So I have a Sharpie. What's this? Oh yes, this is some washers that I picked up at Martin's. It's 59 cents for 8 of them. And I like how the band itself is wide, so I can stamp words on those. And then these smaller ones, there's not a lot of stamping surface, but I found these at the shop, so obviously I took them because I thought I might be able to layer them up and do that kind of stuff. Some earring studs, jump rings. Oh, and this, I asked Will if he happened to have a steel block at the shop, and he's like, you know what, I do. What are the chances? And then this, I have one of these. It was just something random I found at the shop. So my husband has a shop where they do clean outs and stuff and reselling. So they get like a lot of random junk like this. And I can have whatever I want. So there's that. That's actually where I got this cute little box. So there's that stuff. This. So one of the expensive things, like I don't mind buying tools. I don't mind spending money on tools for things. But having to spend a lot on the supplies to make every individual thing is super annoying. And the blanks for metal stamping are kind of expensive. So, also something Will had and gave me, I have these pennies that have been flattened by a train. I think there was something else. Yeah, that one was a nickel. He's had them for a long time. I'm not sure he even knows where they came from. But there's just a bunch of them. Some of them flattened more and some of them less. So I actually want to go, I want to find a place where there's train tracks, but it's not like at a park or something, and just lay out like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pennies, and probably nickels too, to give like bigger surfaces. Maybe dimes, you know. I don't want to spend too much on this. Because my aunt said that you have to be careful, because I was thinking I could go to the park, the train tracks go right through, lay them all out, have a picnic. But she said sometimes they will like shoot out, so you got to be really careful. I mean, the chances are if I'm laying out 500 coins, a couple of them are going to shoot out. So I want to find a place that's more secluded out in the country or something, where I can just go put them out in the woods or something, you know. And I happen to have this box is full to about here of pennies, because Will likes to get them from the bank and then look through them for cool rare ones. So I picked up a couple of things yesterday because they were on sale, and Hobby Lobby doesn't do coupons anymore, so you gotta get stuff when it's on sale. So this was the thing I went for. It was $18 originally, so I got it for 40% off, and it punches holes. It's got two different sizes. It's got the 1/16 and the 3/32. Is that how you say that? I don't know if you can see the little holes inside there. And that's something I can use for a lot of stuff, because I want to do like metal crafting. It doesn't necessarily all have to be stamped. And the other thing I picked up while I was there, because I had a little bit of Christmas money left, is this. It's just another set of letters, but it's the typewriter font. So that's what those ones look like. This is the Bridget font. That's what that one looks like. But again, no cover. I mean, as expensive as these things are, you'd think they could afford the cover to the box. Okay, so obviously a lot of my ideas for things to try first are off Pinterest. And one thing I saw was buttons, just buttons out of pennies. I thought that would be really cool to make like a 6 of them and sew them on a little card. So I have a set of 6 here. I think are pretty evenly toned and colored. I went for more of a subdued color rather than the bright ones. So I'm going to use this side.
From the reviews that I read, this should be very easy and not need a lot of muscle.
Here we go. Pretty nice. There is a little bit of a line around it. I don't know if I pressed too hard or I should have backed off as soon as I felt it release. And look, it's a button. Could you focus one way or the other? So you can see that was the first hole, and the second hole I did make sure it didn't hit the top piece. Right up there. So there seems to be a little lip of something. Maybe I can sand that out. But yeah, it's a button, a perfectly usable button. So I think if I took this, made the 6 of them, sewed them onto a card, put them in, you know, the little baggie, I could definitely get a few bucks for that. So this thing, I paid about 10 bucks total, totally worth it, because I can use this for a lot of different metal things. So first project, definitely a success. Okay, so here's another one that I saw. They just used a copper washer, stamped a word on it, and they had a charm in the middle. Now this is something I could do. I could stamp the washers. I gotta find some bigger copper ones. And then let people choose the charm. And all I'd have to do is put the ring on, and that would be easy. So let's try one of those. Okay, so I accidentally filmed that on a time lapse. So this was this one. It moved all around and did not punch very deep. I think this metal's too hard. This was my second try. Don't know if you can see, but it came out better that time. I definitely need to make sure to hit it once and hit it hard. So I'm going to try again on just a regular penny. I don't know if I can fit that whole word in there though. I would have to really squish it. You know, let's try it. We'll try it. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to fit this over as far as I can. Okay. Wish it would have gone a little deeper. Maybe because it's thicker. Like that penny's a little flattened out. I don't know. Over it a bit. That was better, but I didn't get the whole thing. D-R-E. Okay, best so far. E. Not bad. I think a big part of it is getting over worrying about if I'm going to smash my fingers. Okay, the A and the M are going to overlap, but oh well. Not too bad. I definitely got to learn to hit evenly. The D and the R did not press well. The rest of them were good, but just didn't quite fit it in there. I needed to really squish these ones more. But not bad. Okay, just a regular Sharpie. It's a fine tip. Basically, the oils for my skin are the best thing I found to get all that extra off. I'll have to find something better if I want to do it at craft fairs, but do you see that? Not too bad, huh? The Sharpie actually works really well, too. So now let's punch a hole in it. Okay, so I got my penny, I got my charm, I got a little jump ring. I went in one day while these were on sale, all the findings, and I bought like a bunch of jump rings and earring hooks and pins in different colors. There's one and two. And then obviously this is pretty basic. You could do this for a necklace, earrings, keychain, whatevs. Not too bad, huh? Okay, so I think I want to try one more thing because I think this video is already getting kind of long. So I have these earrings saved. They're just pennies. But I really want to do something else, stamping. So I think I'm going to make those, but I'm going to stamp Live, Laugh, Love. Which is something I've seen a lot, and I don't really care for it, but it's very popular. So we're going to try that. Let me find some pennies. Found some pennies. And I think I'm going to stamp them first. The only thing I think I'll have problem fitting is the laugh. Yeah. Okay, that came out better. Let's add some color. And there is that one. That felt quite well. It was easy to stamp. And now I'll do the other ones. Okay, so I got those to come out pretty good. I even got laugh to fit in there well enough. And now I'm gonna poke some holes for them. Okay, so I've got my holes all punched. These are the little pieces that came out. I'll find something to do with them. And I have like the shiny new copper and the antique looking copper, because you guys know how much pennies vary. But I think I'm going to use the antique copper because I have the ear hooks too. And I'm going to put these ones in the antique mall. My husband has some spaces there. So I think the older look will be better. So I'm just going to use some rings and hook these all together. Not too bad. What do you guys think? So I ended up with that. This. I don't know what I'm going to do with that because the D and the R didn't come out great. Oh yeah, the button. I made the button. That came out good. Not that it was that complicated. But what do you guys think? This is kind of what I'm planning on doing for the year. I'm going to finish up the buttons. Not this one. I might do a couple of these though. And package them up. I even have some little rubber earring backings. Throw them in the antique mall. And we'll see if anything sticks. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.